Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special episode that's not going to be a special episode, it's going to be a regularly occurring episode, but we're here on a Friday. And what are we doing here on a Friday? College football, baby. You see it, you love it, you know it. We decided to switch it up and start doing one episode on Wednesday for NFL, one one episode on Fridays for college football because the one episode a week was getting a little crammed together, and we just didn't get to talk about everything we wanted to. We had to rush through NFL, we had to rush through college, so here we are with two episodes a week now. Everybody's on board, everybody's here for it. As always, Jamar to my top right, Phil to my top
So,
left. Remember, like, subscribe, share it with your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your brothers, best friends, sisters, uncles, everybody. Let's get into it. Phil, you're the college football guy. What you got for us? What are we starting off with?
Listen, man. First of all, how was y'all like yo week, man? Because we're headed into the weekend, man, and I know that gotta be great, right? It gotta be great for both y'all. How was y'all week?
Not too bad, not too bad. Same old. Working Monday through Friday. Can't really complain. This week was kind of easy for me at work. I did lawn applications. I'm a landscaper, by the way, for all the fans that didn't know. So I was throwing lawn fertilizer down most of the week, doing running around for the other crews. So not much to complain about. You know, taking care of the little maniac in the room next to me asleep right now. But, we love it. We enjoy it. That's why we're the Dad Sports Podcast. What about you,
Right,
Jamar?
right, man.
my week is just like every other week. Go to work, come home, be a father, be a husband, go to sleep, and do it all over again the next day. And here we are. We get to enjoy and have a little drink and talk ball. And we all look
That's
forward to this point, but it's the little things throughout the week that make us enjoy it more, like the long days and the
the short
long
days.
night.
The
Here we
sitting in
are.
meetings talking about snow plowing that somebody does. I don't know who that is.
The damn snow plowing, man. It don't even snow all year, man. Like, damn, you gotta plan for the snow
Imagine
two, three
having
months in
imagine
advance. I know
imagine
you
having to
stressed.
have
I
a
know you
meeting
stressed.
about snow plowing.
Hey, it's a real
That's what
thing,
I'm.
man.
That's what I'm saying.
Those close
I
down,
know.
man. Lose out on some money, so
My
they
boys.
count on us out there. But
Right.
yeah, it's Friday night, courting this, and let's talk ball, man. How was your week, Phil?
Yeah.
And hey man, my week was good, man. It was standard. Cook really didn't do too much, man. You feel me? I was we watched the NFL game last night, right? Um, it's a little college football too. Had some college football going on in the background. You know what I mean? We're not gonna talk about those games because it's may not be appealing to the most, but there's an FCS game, Lafayette versus Columbia. Ivy League just started their league, their season. I'm saying most teams are playing today or tomorrow. Well,
I
really,
mean,
just one team's playing today.
you're no,
Um,
your alma mater's playing right now, brother.
well, FCS, Ivy League,
Oh,
specifically
well,
right
you
now.
said there was only one game
Yeah,
going on right
yeah,
now, so I'm just letting you know
yeah.
there's a
For
couple games.
FCS, Ivy, yeah,
Okay, my bad,
FCS.
my bad, my bad.
Right, right. No, you were fine. You're fine because in general, yeah, there are a few other games like Rutgers, Iowa. But I was
Tulsa,
talking about
Oklahoma State.
FCS, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, but we're here to talk about just a little bit of what happened last week. First, there was a few games that we should just touch upon real quick. First, being Texas A&M Notre Dame. I mean, if you watch the game, um, from a surface level point of view, teams were somewhat evenly matched. It was a game that it was pound for pound. Each team was say that the game never no team ever really ran away with the game. At one point early on, Notre Dame was winning 17-7. I think that was like the largest lead of the game. But besides that, it was neck and neck. Honestly, what happened at towards the end of the game was the extra punt, or no, I'm sorry, the extra point was botched by the backup quarterback, which made Notre Dame, once they scored, get 40 points. And Texas A&M, when they came and scored, they also got 40 points, and then they made the extra point. So that's why Texas A&M won 41-40. Notre Dame is now 0-2. They're still ranked. Some people have a little, they feel some type of way about that. Like, how is a 0-2 team that, if you go look at the remainder of their schedule, they should, in theory, could possibly go like 10-2, like go undefeated the rest of the schedule with these two losses. So how are they still undefeated when they lost like their hardest games? So, but not really talking about the loser so much. Texas A&M showed out. A lot of people had questions about their quarterback Marcel Reed coming up, and threw an interception early in the game, but he also made some plays. We know he can make plays with his legs, but man, he threw some ropes. He threw some ropes. And Mario Carver, that's a name to watch. For I think he's
Craver.
NFL talent. I think Carver. What I say?
I think it's Craver.
Mario
I could be
Carver.
wrong. Let me double check.
Craver. I think Carver. Craver. I think it might be.
It's Craver. Craver. Yeah. Mario
No, I think
Craver.
it's pronounced Carver though. I think it's pronounced. Regardless, that Mario Craver. Mario
That boy
Carver,
nasty.
He is nice. I
Top
think
10 pick, you think?
he's NFL. I don't know about top 10 pick, but he's definitely nice. I mean, when I mean nice, I mean I don't know if you have the stats there. But I got
7
him
for
here.
207. 7 for 207 and a
For
tutty.
y'all, for y'all don't know, Colin is the stats guy. That's why I asked him if he had the stats there. So
Listen,
yeah,
you want me to
that
throw some
boy-
other out there?
Point
Yes,
out
Colin, please.
quarterback completions. I want to hear that stat because I'm looking at it.
QB
And
completions?
you gotta throw that in there.
Uh-oh. My phone. There we
Yeah,
go. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna throw out Marcel Reed's stats first, and I'm gonna give you the completions per attempt, which was 17 for 37. Now you hear that stat and you're like, man, what did he really do? How many yards did he really have? That man's had 360 passing yards with 2 touchdowns still. So 17 for 360. That's a 9.7 average. Wait, how does that make sense? Is that 9.7?
What it boils
Oh,
down-
no, that's 9.7 per attempt. So,
Yeah.
quick math real quick. He averaged 21.2 yards per completion. That is... I mean... But then again, 207 of that came on 7 receptions from one player.
The crazy stat though is that he missed 20 passes.
Yeah.
And
20
made 7.
incompletions. And
That tells me
Yeah.
with 260 yards, the passes he threw and that were
Were-
caught were long down the field. Like that's
I mean,
crazy, bro.
let me give you this.
Drive
Let me
on
give
explosive plays. Yeah.
let me give you this. Craver. I'm not sure how you say it. We'll watch the A&M game this week and hear the announcers call his name out, and then we'll figure it out and go from there.
Yeah.
7 receptions for 207, like I said before. That's an average of almost 30 yards per completion or reception. KC Concepcion, 4 for 82. That's 20 and a half per reception.
Crazy.
I'm going to butcher this dude's name on purpose because I'm not going to say his name correctly. Terry Bousset. 2 for 27. That's 13 and a half. And then you got Ruben Owens the second. 1 for 24. Again, that's self-explanatory, 24 yards per reception because that's one reception. But, I mean, I'm going to tie the 2 episodes together. We need to see that from fucking Jalen, man. None of these dink and dumps to the 5-yard routes, but stick to college football.
Yeah, college is a different animal, bro.
It really is, because we did have the Buffalo Ravens game week 1 go 41 to 40, but there's not many times in the NFL that's the ending scoreline.
Yeah.
But Phil, you want to jump us into the other side of the ball, or you want me to throw a couple more stats out there?
Yeah. And so what I want to talk is if you guys watched Notre Dame last year, they made it to the championship. They lost to Ohio State, right? I felt like they lost to Ohio State because they. I'm not saying this negatively. I'm saying the way they acquired players in the transfer portal and also their recruiting, they bought a roster that was made to be being shipped winner, not just a contender, a winner. So Dame getting there, that was great props to them. One thing that's lacking from that team, obviously players changed, people graduated, people went to the NFL. One thing that changed really was their second. Now go back to the Miami. If you're watching Notre Dame versus Miami, uh, they carved them up a little bit, right? Carved them up a little bit. So Notre Dame secondary, like I said, the rest of their schedule is a little cakey. But if the committee gives them a spot in the playoffs, they're gonna have to really tighten up on their secondary, and that's just one thing I wanted to mention.
Okay. Another thing I want to throw out there is both teams. It to me this is bad third down play. Texas went 4 for 11 on third down, and that's a little over a 30%, um, little over 30% conversion rate on third down for them. While Notre Dame did just under 50%, went 7 for 15, but you gotta do better on third down. You gotta keep your offense out there, keep your defense rested, especially on Notre Dame side. Like you said, their backs are a little iffy right now. So what do you do to combat iffy DBs? You keep your offense on the field and you keep the game going. Um, both teams had a decent game on the ground. A&M went for 128 total. Notre Dame went for 136 total. Notre Dame's quarterback Carr 261 with one touchdown. Pretty good game, both sides for offense. But what what do you think it is with A&M's defense that they allowed 40 points to Notre Dame? You think they're
So a lot of was what happened. We were watching the game, man. It was I would say it was like 50-50. They action, but also CJ them up. And when I mean dialing them for long yardage, but like yard gain, and then he would pop out for the long one, get a 23 of something yard gain, and then remember, or not remember, if you guys don't know, especially if you're into the draft, they have a first round running back their backfield in Jeremiah Love, and now stats wise, he might not be on there, but like when he gets the ball, and I think he's getting the ball. That's effective. That's called play action, y'all, and that they thrive. Um, and that's probably where Texas A&M got bit a little bit. Uh, I would say, just kind of recapping that. Just trying to remember things, watching that game. CJ Carr, like this is his first year starting. I think he's either a redshirt freshman or a redshirt sophomore. But out of all the new backs that are starting, um, I think him and Julian Sayin over Ohio State again. Ohio State, you just got to be a point. They got all the tools for you. CJ Carr, like he's playing pretty decent, average, right? And I say that to say, not to go on a tangent or anything, but a lot of new starting quarterbacks are like are underming based on expectations that were placed on them. And we'll get into one, so I won't mention him because we're gonna talk about that game next. But Arch Manning, like, forget the box scores. Watch the game. Watch the game. Missing passes that are layups, forcing passes, getting interceptions, letting Utah play feel like all stars, getting an interception on a Manning. They gonna talk about that in 20 years. You did that. Like, come on. You know what I mean? So there also who else? Who else? I mean, there's a few people that are just underperforming. So So knowing that CJ Carr is actually one of the guys that are really on track, proving themselves, just playing well. I think that bodes well for Notre Dame's chances moving forward. I know the original question was about Texas A&M, but I just kind of wanted to say both sides. Texas A&M defense is going to be all right. I think Notre Dame just kind of exploited with, like I said, some
A
first
couple of
round
those weaknesses.
talent on their offense. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else to say on the
Jamar actually
Notre
didn't get
Dame
no
Texas A&M
airtime.
game?
What's up, Jamar? What you thinking?
Yeah, Jamar, what's going
I
on?
mean, that game was pound for pound. And Notre Dame probably could have came out with the win. I mean, just looking at the stats, I watched some of the game. It ended in like, but it was a good game. And for them to be 0-2 after that game, it's like, is this team really 0-2? They just that was the performance they put on, like through the air, on the ground. Like they made the right decisions and they still lost. I mean, I'm not saying they were the better team and they should have won, but they definitely showed that they can ball at a high level. I don't know right now if they'll make it to the playoffs because of their record going
Well,
into these next weeks. But they're a team to watch, man. I mean, if they can win out, it'll be good to see. But all in all, good game to the last minute, and that's what you want from these college matchups. And they put on a show.
to me though, if you lose your first two games, which end up being against ranked opponents, right? Because A&M was what's A&M like 15 or something?
They're 10 now.
Yeah,
10.
they were
Okay.
ranked. They were ranked. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it was ranked.
if you lose, to me, if you lose two games to ranked opponents, and then let's say they do go undefeated the rest of the season, and they just beat up on unranked and lesser teams. Now again, I don't know I don't know their schedule, but maybe a team or two ends up being ranked by the time they play them, and my statement's going to be a little different then. But to me, if you start off 0-2 against two ranked opponents, and then you go out and you beat up on unranked teams that are lesser, I get it. You're 10-2, and this is kind of how college football works. But do you deserve to be in the playoffs after? Again, it's not like they got blown out by the two teams. I mean, like we said, this game was a 1 point game at the end of it. But
Oh yeah.
do you deserve to be in the playoffs when your two losses on the season are from the ranked teams you played and everything else is unranked? I, but I understand the committee likes their favorites and they like the powerhouse schools to be in the playoffs. So to me, college football is still a little iffy to me the way they run their playoffs. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I want to skip over the next game you had on the list, Phil, real quick, and go to the game after that because looking up the stats and whatnot from that game kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit. I'm talking about Clemson versus Georgia Tech. First off, Georgia Tech kicking that 55-yard game winner to end the with as time expires. That's you don't. I mean, I'll ask you: do you see that many 50+ yard field goals in college, or is it more shorter yardage field goals?
And you know that was a great way to end the game. They practiced. If you pressures, they weren't worried. If you go look at the last drive, they already spared their timeout. They
Mm-hmm.
just needed
What was it?
extra yardage to
20,
make the field goal a little bit.
20
Just
seconds
to
on the
make the
clock
field goal a little bit. It was it was 16 seconds
when they ran
when they rushed onto the
okay,
field.
which is
Absolutely.
again
So they just needed
big.
a little bit of yards to get there, right? That if you watch the play, they just need a little bit of yards to get there, and they ran, and then they literally he said we're not about a spare timeout. We practiced this. They rushed the field goal unit onto the field, and they made the game-winning field goal. Now, if you go look at the stats, this is not new for Brent Key. He's about
Brother,
I think now it's 7-1 ATS versus ranked opponents. Man, Georgia Tech under Brent Key's leadership,
oh,
and
Brent Keys.
they know how to prepare for big opponents such as Clemson. Um, I'll be honest, Clemson, y'all, if y'all really in tune with college football out there, I want to say, in my opinion, not even in my opinion, people have been echoing this. Now I feel like I can agree with them. I think Clemson's just a regular top tier ACC team. I don't think we look at them as a title contender anymore. Georgia
Okay.
Tech proved that. Slayed down the dragon, more or less. And it's not the first time. We've just been giving them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, man, this, that, and the fourth. But nah, man, they got hot in production returning in this year. It had a projected, right? Keyword projected, first round quarterback, right? And Cade Klubnik didn't played as such, in opinions as well. They have first rounders all littered throughout the defense, yet Clemson is
Drop the
not
ball.
playing up to it. So yeah,
So,
top tier ACC team. That's what I'll say.
so the guy I wanted to touch on though was on the other side of the spectrum. Mr. King for GT. My man's had 211,
Ames
211
King,
passing,
baby.
211 passing, no touchdowns. Solid game, doesn't turn the ball over. That's in today's NFL, I'd rather see a quarterback throw for under 300 yards and not turn the ball over than I would 450 and 3 interceptions.
And a loss.
And a loss, nonetheless. 211 passing, but this man had 103 rushing yards as well with a touchdown.
And that's their offense, man. Hans King is their offense. Y'all gotta watch Georgia Tech games. I'm telling y'all.
Kudos to him. So, another guy on Clemson side of the ball, though, you got Wesco Jr. going for 126 receiving and a tutty. Not bad production out of what I would assume would be their wide receiver one. So
Now, we'll talk more about that when we talk about the games coming in for this week.
okay. Honestly, that's all I got on that game. I didn't really look too far into it. The other games I do have a pretty big note section on, but
I just got a question on that game, right? So when we look at that game, I just got one question. Did Georgia Tech win, or did Clemson give them that game with the fumble loss and the interception? Because Georgia only won by 3. They turned the ball over twice. Did Clemson have a bad game and get in their way? Because you look at the total yards, rushing yards, yards per play, they had them beat dead to rights. But when you make mistakes and turn the ball over, that it's hard to win games. With 2 turnovers, did Clemson get in their own way, or did Georgia come and take the game?
that's all you feel.
Oh, so this is how we're gonna break it down, man. We gonna give Georgia respect and really their head coach Brent Key. Like I mentioned not too long ago, this win, I believe, y'all go fact check it. 7-1. Yes, that means against the spread versus ranked opponents, whether win or loss, right? And it actually might be win-loss record. I'm not too certain, but I believe I saw ATS, which means he knows how to get his group of players ready to play a ranked opponent. Why? Because all eyes will be on the other team. The other team has to play another team. And what's the other team? Georgia Tech. When two teams, in this aspect, people may disagree. When two teams are evenly matched, what Jamar say? Clemson give away the game. You can't, in my opinion, out to and evenly matched. Who takes advantage of the other person's mistakes? And that's what Georgia Tech. So Georgia Tech won that game. Clemson didn't lose. I mean, Clemson lost the game, but to answer the question, how you phrased it,
by the lay of the law,
Tech won that game.
By the lay of the law, Clemson did in fact lose that game, but in terms of giving the game away, it's Georgia Tech took the game. So
different when Colin wrote Haynes at as a guy that like eats, breathes. Haynes King is the. You're telling me Dabo Sweeney, one of the goated coaches out there, didn't prepare his defense for a Haynes King centric offense? So that's why I'm saying y'all knew this. And honestly, let me not hate too much because if you're watching the game, Cade Klubnik was on his way to potentially doing something, changing the momentum of the game. But Jamar mentioned that fumble that happened that he lost. That shifted all the momentum. Um, Man, kudos to Georgia Tech. Uh, I don't know if I'm not gonna say with the if you go listen to all those new broadcasters, they got Georgia Tech as the ACC champion. I'll say they're gonna have a good run in the ACC. I would say the top could beat the top teams, but the mid tier, all it takes is that one night. So that's what I'll say about that. I don't really got too much else to say. Georgia Tech won the game, man. That was a good game.
All right. Um.
But with that being said, though, let's back to one of the quarterbacks who was, or not quarterbacks, but the team that one of the quarterbacks expected to be, and this is not me saying it, but he had some Cam Newton uh, uh, hype
Flashes.
surrounding him. You know what I mean? Not even flashes. They comps, comparisons,
Okay.
Cam Newton comparisons. DJ Lagway and Gators who played the LSU Tigers last week. LSU Tigers won 2010. And man, you'd be like, oh man, like that was a hard like defensive effort. It was, but Florida could have easily won that game. Take minus them 5 interceptions or turnovers DJ Lagway had. You were supposed to be a 5-star, and you're supposed to be the savior of the Florida Gators. You're supposed to save Billy Napier, that's the head coach of the Florida Gators. You're supposed to save Billy Napier's job, and you over here throwing 5 interceptions. While your defense is
And that
playing stellar. Your defense is playing stellar versus the
that's
LSU team that also might has a first-round quarterback in Garrett Nussmeier, and you not producing, man. You know,
that
before I continue, go ahead, guys, man. I just went up with that.
that
Oh
that's
man.
that's literally my first bullet point is that was an absolute dominant game from LSU's defense. If you got 5 interceptions, we're not even gonna talk because I think they also had. I probably should have had this in my notes, but let me just double check. Um, pull up ESPN. I want to say there was a fumble on the Florida side of the ball as well.
No, I don't see that here.
Was
I
there
see, and this is why I asked that question. Did the Gators give LSU that game, or did LSU win that
Case,
game?
brother. In this case, brother.
In
In
this
this case,
case,
let me, Jamar.
Oh no,
Let
LSU
me
had a
let me tie
fumble.
it back to the last one. Let me tie it back to the last one. Georgia Tech won that game. All right. This game, Florida definitely gave LSU. Not saying LSU might have not still won. I'm saying Florida literally said, "Please win, want to win." Like, first look at the rushing stats. The offensive line is not that bad. Why wouldn't
I
you
mean,
run the ball like why wouldn't you run the ball more? You know what I'm saying? Like they relied on quarterback who's technically this would be his first full year starting. They say he's fully healthy, but if you follow like football like how I follow, into the season, he didn't practice during spring ball, so he missed all those important reps to get to a flow with also his receivers are hurt too. Florida some slack because they do have some key players that are injured right now, but still the quarterback, if you're playing, I expect you to produce. And even the coach, Billy Napier, like I just said, you should have ran the ball a little bit more. You know, take the heat off your quarterback, who you know not not gonna say he's not all that because the tools are there. I told you, 5-star. You know, DJ Lagway. You guys go research him. I don't got time to go say his accolades, but those are high school
Don't
accolades. We
don't
need you to
even
produce in
don't
the
even worry
college
about
ranks.
that. You said Lagway? You're talking about Lagway?
DJ
33 for 49, 287 and a touchdown. But like we mentioned, 5 interceptions. And
That's crazy.
Phil brought up rushing. I'm gonna bring up both teams' rushing stats. LSU 25 rushes for 96 yards combined between 6 players. Now the other side, Florida.
That's Florida's.
Florida's what? That's Florida's defense stopping the run.
Well, no. Well, Caden Durham had 93 yards, but everybody else
Yeah.
didn't really.
Now on Florida's side,
LSU had 24 less total plays, bro.
really.
24 less plays, 15 minutes less with the ball. And like
Yeah, bro. When you throw
Florida
5
gave them that-
interceptions, that's gonna happen.
Florida
Yeah.
gave them that win. 5 interceptions that's some Justin Herbert numbers. Those are some Justin Herbert numbers, man. And that does not win. You don't win games. You turn the ball over. If you turn the ball over once,
That's
your shot, your chances
Yeah.
go down significantly.
well,
When you talk about
well,
times 5,
giving away, unless you can make up for it with 5 turnovers on your defense. Yeah, because there a lot of the games we're talking about, each team's gave the ball away about the same amount of times, but
they only won by 10.
and I'll go back to what I said, the thing I brought up in the Texas A&M and Notre Dame game. Third down efficiency. Florida, 6 for 17. Again, that's less than that's a little over 33% efficiency on third down. You gotta figure that out. But the same thing on the other side of the ball. For the other side of the game, LSU was only 4 for 14. And what's that? That's got to be around 20%? Okay, 29%. 29% third down efficiency. That is not winning football on either side. You know, like I said, you want your defense to get some rest and be ready for the next drive. You gotta convert on third down. Now I will say, I think, let me look it up. Not that it makes a difference, but Florida on fourth down was 1 for 1. Now, looking at another thing that just kind of throws this whole final result into the mix a little bit. Total first downs for each team. Florida had 23 first downs.
Yeah.
LSU had 10.
10, bro. It's crazy.
How do you win the game when you only get...
When you don't need that many first downs when you're starting from the opponent's 30 because the other
interceptions,
throws 5 interceptions and 3 out of 5 get returned halfway to your destination. Like, man, what the hell? Class
I'm
getting mad again.
They said.
I was on Florida, y'all. I was on Florida. That's why I'm mad.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
They gave
Happy
him milk and
Kwanzaa.
cookies,
Whatever it is.
bro. That's insane, bro.
I got one bullet point left on this game, and then you two can take it away, or we can move on to the next one.
Yo.
Is it gonna be too little, too late? Because Florida is 1-2 now, unranked. They got to get it figured out before it's too late, and their season is irreversible, and they're on the outside looking in, not making playoffs. That's a great freeze frame for Phil. Phil.
Flip him.
Phil, I don't know if you saw that, but Your freeze frame was.
I'm back. What the hell happened?
I don't know, but I'm just saying
Nah,
that was from what I was from my point I was making to what your camera froze on was like the perfect scene. But yeah, man, I don't know. We could check out the rest of their schedule. I know they got Miami. Yeah,
What happened? Ooh.
my the. I'll just throw out the. Oh my god.
Let me answer your question. Let me answer, man. Yes. Everybody know Florida's schedule is tough. Let me. He appears on a semi-hot seat that gets hotter with each. Him last tide, right? So DJ Lag was 5-star prized recruit. I'm not gonna say save Billy, the head coach of Florida's job last year. Florida had a good record, but if you had a good record, if you had a bad record this year, you should be on like feeling like you're on the way out. But this is where he's at because Florida feels like they can win. They just need direction. Some of that shit was play calling. I mean, as far as Lagway, I mean, you should have brought in maybe a veteran quarterback to sit behind him, maybe pull him. But they don't have that. They don't have backups. So, if it's life or death for them. Billy Napier gets Fiji starting for UD next year. So it's very simple. Every game counts for Florida moving forward, man. And whether and there and let's forget the playoffs. I'm talking about for the structure and culture of Florida Gators football. They need to win a certain amount of games for DJ Lagway to stay there, Napier to be the head coach, so they could and do their stuff recruiting. Because you go look at the recruiting rankings, they doing their thing recruiting. They get the transfer porter guys that they need in. Can they gel? Can they put it together? Which, yeah, last year they kind of did. Florida, SEC football. Y'all know SEC football. High expectations. So, question, Colin, sink or swim, baby, sink or swim. Game
Um,
counts.
to be honest with you, I I think they were set up for failure from the jump, not even playing a single game. When you play in college, you have a 12-game season. 8 out of your 12 games are against ranked opponents. You need to be on your game from game 1, which they were. Unfortunately, it was, from what I'm going to assume, is an FCS team because they played Long Island and blew them out of the water 55 to nothing.
That is an FCS team. Yeah, but Long Island is pretty nice. FCS, just saying.
Pretty ass or pretty.
They no, they're pretty nice. So I'll give Florida a smidgen of credit.
Okay. Fair. But, I mean, and then you lose 18-16 to South Florida, another unranked team. So, I mean, right there, you're 1-1. Then this game against LSU, your first ranked opponent, and mind you, again, looking at the stats, Florida.
5.
Oh yeah, I mean 5 interceptions. We'll do that to you. Defenses wins championships, whether it's the NFL, whether it's college football. But
Pee-wee.
at the same time, you can't have your quarterback throwing 5 picks. And I'll say I didn't watch the game, so I don't know if Lagway tried to force the ball to his receivers and it was picked off, or if LSU's defense just made the plays. So, to me, especially with their next 3 games, number 4 Miami, number 8 Texas, and number 10 Texas A&M. I don't know. I think this next stretch of games will tell us what the rest of their season is going to be. Because let's be honest, they go out and they lose the next 3 games, their season's done. They're 1-5 and they're again on the outside looking in. So I'm gonna say their next game against Miami's probably not gonna go too well for them. But if you can go out against a struggling Arch Manning and win against Texas, I can see them getting back on track for that number 10 game against Texas A&M. But to me, right now, I think it's sink over swim. Jamar, what's your take
On Florida,
on what the
game?
rest of their season's gonna pan out to? You think it's sinking or swimming?
The shot. These next 3 games, like you said, they don't win a single one. And Arch Manning is not that bad to throw 5 interceptions.
I was, and let me just say, I'm not saying Arch Manning's not the guy, but at least from the game I watched, Arch struggled a bit.
At the same time, like not to deviate, but I don't think LSU played that good either. So literally, the Gators have the potential, but the quarterback gave the ball over 5 times, and you only won by 10
points. But not only that, but you got 5 takeaways and you only put up 20 points. I didn't even look at it from that side. So that's a great point.
Yeah. So that ranked opponent, like they did not play to a ranked opponent.
No.
If you give up 5 interceptions to Ohio State,
you're losing by 50.
They win 70-14. Good night. Go home. Not a 10-point game. You were still in it.
Yeah.
You scored a touchdown. It's a 1-point game.
One possession, not 1 point. Yeah.
If they could limit those interceptions and turnovers. I'm not saying these games that they play the next 3 weeks.
That was a trap game.
But you got to fix that problem first. That's the first leg. You fix that. You don't turn it because they outplayed LSU by a mile.
I think I'll have to. My last thing I'm going to say on this game is I think we got to give a little bit of kudos to Florida's defense because that's a great point. Your offense gave up 5 turnovers, but you only let up 20 points. That's
unheard of.
That's good on Florida's defense. Phil, I know you wanted to get a point out there. What's up? Phil, you got to try again. Your mic did not come through.
You hear us though. You got us on mute.
Is he muted? No, he's not muted. What the fuck?
He said,
no.
Wait. You took the headset off and now we can hear you.
Said I agree with.
All right, let's move on.
Damn. I said, can you hear me?
Yes.
How?
I don't know.
Oh, so now y'all can't hear me?
No, now we can.
Hear you.
You're back. You're back.
Hear
Can you not hear us now? What is going on?
You hear me now?
Yes.
Hear me now? Can you hear
Can
me?
you hear me now?
I think.
All right, why he got up and why he left?
Move on and not let me know me.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Oh man, now my daughter crying.
Message out
I can hear you, but now my daughter see the vibe.
to my college team, Michigan, the loyal Royal Blue. We're not doing anything this year. It's over. Bryce Underwood, more like Bryce underperformed. He's a freshman. He's good, but this year is not our year. Just hang back. We'll see y'all next year. They suck. And they beat Michigan 63-3. That doesn't mean anything. We suck. But that's all I wanted to put out there.
Why?
We're good.
No, I don't understand what's going on right now because.
Talking about.
I don't know if that's him from 10 minutes ago.
No, it is. Phil, disconnect from the call and join back in and see if that fixes it because your mouth is moving, and then 5 minutes later, your voice is coming through.
He's getting up. He's fucking taking his headphones off, and you
Bro,
still hear
bro,
him
bro
talk.
walked away and then started talking and then his voice started coming through. All right, let's hope this fixes it. I don't know what the hell is going on. These last two episodes with his mic and connection have been ass. But
Put him on your Wi-Fi plan, bro.
brother, my Wi-Fi, my Wi-Fi, my Wi-Fi, fucking hell, my internet plan is not what you think it is.
Adam, now, bro. He's
Nah,
lagging
nah,
out.
I do think. Hopefully, he contacts his internet provider and ups it a little bit. But oh no,
There he is, Mr. Football Guy.
what is it? Nope.
Yep. Yep.
Like, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we hear you. What's up?
But is it coming through as his mouth is moving? Nope, it's not. God damn it!
Oh man.
We hear
All
you,
right,
bro.
one more
Hear
thing.
you.
Try joining from your phone again.
It looks normal on my side.
Well, of
You
course.
good? No,
'Cause-
good.
Wait.
It looks normal on my side. Y'all got me doing all this extra shit.
He's good now.
Yo, look at the camera. Don't look at the extra screen. Yeah.
No, but that. All right, whatever. We'll get it ironed out eventually. See, okay,
Please
now it's
don't.
working. What?
Please donate.
Yes, please donate. We are going to start a GoFundMe for Phil to get better Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Please help me. I can't. My Wi-Fi is weak.
Hey, yo.
Um,
Listen, man. Yo, real quick, man. I just want to touch on the Alabama Wisconsin game. We do gotta get along so we could really get into these next games. Alabama's the only reason why I put this on here because boy over here, Florida State fan, kind of shook the Alabama Crimson Tide there at least because uh, it was like a 14 point, 12 point favorite, and they lost. So and the next game was versus your team. This was versus a Power Four Big Ten team, even though Wisconsin's not that good. But it was good to see Alabama show out. Ryan Williams, their star wide receiver, was quiet really up until this point. So it was good to see them get him involved into the offense. Alabama should be getting some players returning from injury. I know they do have a D lineman, keeping him. He's actually injured. I know they're getting ready to play Georgia soon. I'm not saying this week. Alabama's on a bye. Next week, I do believe we know that's their first SEC match. So I put this on to say, not really for Wisconsin. I mean, personally, like I didn't bet anything on Wisconsin this year, but for the past 3 to 4, I've been betting they're under because the market always value them. But I didn't really take anything this year. So me, I don't really think too much of Wisconsin. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm talking Bama. It was good to see some of the things ironed out in that first game versus Florida State. So I think they're ready. And if Colin check doesn't matter, they're on a bye week. I do a bye week this week. Now they get 2
who
weeks
Bama
of
is?
practice entering SEC play. Yeah, any of you guys, any thoughts of this Alabama Wisconsin?
Uh, I mean, my list. I got this. This was just a beatdown by Alabama. No two ways to put it. Simpson's 382 passing with 4 touchdowns. He was also their leading rusher with 25 rushing yards. And that's out of Bama's 72 total yards on the ground. So, again, I liked seeing my team beat them down a little bit week 1 or whatever game 1 for them. But you always know Bama's gonna Bama. They might lose a game here, but they're gonna get it figured out, and they're gonna do their thing as always. So, like Phil said, on a bye this week, and then next week they come in or they go into Georgia to play number 5 Georgia. So, they get 2 weeks to prepare for that. They're number 14 right now, 5th in the SEC. They got a lot of ground to make up. I mean that because that loss against Florida State was not ranked at that time. So it's bigger in their loss column than a lot of people think right now, because now after beating Alabama, Florida State is ranked. As of right now, they're number 7. So I mean, I'll probably have the game on in the background this week because Florida State plays Kent State, and it's Kent State. So, but yeah, man, Alabama's kind of like Florida. Number 5, Georgia. Number 20, Vanderbilt. Number 23, Missouri. Number 15, Tennessee. Number 3, LSU. Number 11, Oklahoma. And number 22, Auburn, still on their schedule for the rest of the season. They do get a little bit of a break. They play South Carolina and Eastern Illinois. So we'll see where that takes us. But
yeah, I'm not worried about Alabama though. I'm not worried about Alabama. No, I'm not worried about Alabama.
Fair.
The 10-2. I think they won more games. 10-2, man.
Who do you think it goes to? Who do you think that L comes against? LSU or Georgia?
I don't have a schedule in front of me. I don't have that schedule in front of me, but I do think they're. I think they will. I haven't really looked into the game. Got to see the matchup. So I think they beat Georgia.
Okay.
I think Georgia versus Tennessee gives them the edge that makes leave they're superior than Alabama, which Kalen DeBoer. I think they're gelling, and you gotta and it's not just strictly for Alabama. This could apply for Florida too. This could apply for a lot of teams.
Oh, Florida, not
Remember,
Florida State.
It is literally. I'm gonna state, some teams gel sooner rather than later. Plateau earlier could be Florida State, and then fizzle out later. But it's you know what a team is by like week 5, week 6.
Okay.
We're getting. Oh, did I click on something, y'all?
You're still here.
Oh, what's that? Oh, I don't. But we're getting where the identity is going to be solidified for the team. So I would give it a little bit for any team. And that goes for Alabama, maybe Florida, but really Alabama. I guess I'm saying I have more faith in Alabama moving forward.
Got a guest appearance. Paid actor.
We all got pets.
Some of ours can come on our lap and hang out. Others, can't. I'm talking about Blaze, the big ass pit bull. All right, Jamar. Anything you want to touch on in that game, or are we good to move on?
We're good to move on, man. I just don't know if Ohio State is number 1 or Georgia's number 1 right now. I don't know, man.
You mean in the fans' mind? Because Georgia's number 5.
Rankings, Ohio State is number 1. Is Georgia really the number 1?
Okay. Well, let's get into that. The next game we got to talk about is Georgia versus Tennessee. And I'll start that right off. That was a goddamn shootout in the air. Stockton,
I can't
304 passing with 2 touchdowns. Aguilar, 371 and 4 touchdowns in the air. I'll throw the rushing stats out there too real quick because that's really all on my list. Tennessee, 125 total yards on the ground. And Georgia, almost 200 as a team on the ground. So take that as you will. Do with that as you want. But yeah, man, I think Georgia's got a powerhouse right now. And do they deserve a number 5 rank at this point in the season? I think they could be bumped up 1 or 2, but other teams are also performing. So, but talk to me, boys. What was your thoughts? I know Jamar just said could Georgia be number 1?
LSU, who won by 10 and got 5 interceptions in front of them at number 3. That's why I'm saying, are they the real number 1s? I mean, Ohio State, we give them the credit. They just won. Cool, coming off of that. But is Georgia number 5? Like 5?
Like I said, I think they could be bumped up a couple, but unfortunately, that's not for us to decide. Fun fact: Georgia Tech is now ranked. Georgia Tech is now number 18. So I mean, they deserve it at 3-0 and just beating Clemson. But Phil,
in fact, Notre Dame is the only winless team that is ranked right now.
Crazy, because again, and this is my thing about college football is how do you have a team that doesn't have a win in the top 25? Again, and I know again it's favorites and stuff like that, and it's pencil paper, looking at what they've done, but like to me they should be unranked. I know they're a powerhouse school and all, but
for sure,
that's one thing I will never understand about college football is how you can have no wins and still be ranked top 25. But that's besides the point. Phil, Georgia, Tennessee. What'd you see? What you like?
I mean, I watched the whole game. Really surprised that Joey Aguilar. I know I butchered his last name. Is Aguilar, like Christina Aguilera a little bit. Aguilar,
or Nelson
transfer,
Aguilar.
Man. He played on App State last year, which he transferred to CLA in the offseason. When he caught Winiki Ama whatever his last
the guy that's on Tampa Bay now.
The guy that's on UCLA.
Oh.
Once the guy he left in the portal, he jumped ship, went to Tennessee. A lot of people was hesitant of him and what he could do in this, not even really in this offense, because if you know Josh Heupel, a lot of quarterbacks in his they like long splits. Their wide receivers line up on the hash, create some more one-on-one type deal. So the quarterback really just got to do reads. They ain't open, just run type of deal. But I'm saying that to say, can it work versus SEC competition? And you mentioned the stats, and if you have Tennessee quarterback who was a G5 quarterback last year, showed that he belonged in the SEC. If you would refute my point, then you're telling me Georgia's defense is cheap. You don't want to say Georgia's defense is cheeks. So that's how my point is valid. So that was my big surprise right there. Tennessee showing that he does belong in the SEC. I can't wait to see how Tennessee plays moving forward this season.
Bro, Tennessee time of possession for Tennessee.
I think I saw that. Was it like 37 minutes?
24 minutes, right? Georgia, 50 minutes.
Oh,
bro.
that's what it was. Yeah.
They doubled Tennessee's possession and won by 3.
That's insane.
They won by 3.
Now, before you say that, Josh Heupel has a high-powered offense. High-powered offense. They don't really waste time. They the high they so it's always gonna be lopsided like that.
They shouldn't have lost that game. Put it like that. They shouldn't have lost that game.
Here we go. Now his thing's unsynced again.
And you can't have interceptions. You can't throw interceptions. You can't turn the ball over against Georgia. You cannot turn the ball over against Georgia. Can't happen. They had the ball twice the amount of time of Tennessee.
It's insane.
They went the
Absolutely
whole
insane.
time. Georgia only got out there by 3. Tennessee is like Tennessee might be my second favorite team,
But
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
but big butt. Okay. Yeah, when you go against teams of this caliber, you need to be strategic. You need to be ready. And turning the ball over does not go into the game plan. You can't game plan against turning the ball over. It happens, whatever, interception. You can't do it. There's no room for error when you play a team of the number 5, which I think is number 1. You can't have those mistakes on the field. You'll lose. Whether it's by 1, whether it's by 3, by 7, by 28. You have to be consistent. You have to score or punt it away. But when you give those teams that opportunity to take the ball right into their end zone,
starting
you
in
lose.
plus territory, yeah, I
You
agree.
lose. You lose. That and this is the college podcast, but like to divvy into the NFL, if you turn the ball over in the NFL,
You're losing. You're
your
gonna lose.
chances of winning the game go down drastically. It's crazy. It goes down drastically. Those mistakes can't happen. So Tennessee, I'm not gonna say they gave the game away. They did lose to the Georgia. They're the best. I'm not gonna say they're the best. They are the best team. They're the
On
team to
paper.
beat.
On paper.
On paper, they're the team to beat.
And I, like Jamar said, I hate to do this, but
Yeah.
they're literally the Eagles of college football right now. They are the team that you gotta beat.
If you make those mistakes, they're gonna win. If you turn the ball over or fumble or in it, however you turn it over, 4th down, they're gonna win. They're gonna capitalize on that mistake, and you got no shot. And Tennessee's still a good team though, and moving forward, looking at their schedule, they'll be all right. But can they hang with the big dogs still?
Maybe not.
We'll see.
Time
We'll
will tell.
see. You just can't turn the ball over, man. At any point, at any level, turning the ball over is not good.
Yeah. All right. So moving to the look ahead. I'll be honest. I didn't have much time to do the look ahead. I did a lot of the recapping. I'm gonna jump to the last game that's on our list because that's really the only one that I have input on. I'm gonna let you two take over and I'll give a little input here and there, but the Florida Miami game. To me, this is the game that Florida has a lot to prove to move themselves out of the category of the little brother of Florida. They've lost to South Florida. Is that the only Florida team they've played? I'm not sure. Florida has played South Florida and lost. Like I said, they got Miami this week, and then they end
Florida
the season. They end the season with Florida State. Again, Miami is 3-0. Miami's 3-0. Florida State is 2-0. USF is 2-0. they're the only Florida team not um not undefeated right now. So to me, I think this is their real test of being the little brother of Florida. Um, and again, they got a lot to prove after the 5 giveaways against LSU. So that's what I got, boys. Take it away. Feel free to ask me little questions. I don't know how well I'll be able to answer it, but let's get it.
If you're a QB going into the next week up against a new opponent that's undefeated, and you threw 5 picks the last game,
You got to brush it off.
you're running sprints.
But
You're running.
Oh,
You're only-
absolutely.
Like, you need to know that this cannot happen. This is not acceptable because we can't coach interceptions. We can't defend interceptions.
That's
like
that's
that
in
happens
game. That's
in the
in
middle
game
of the
adjustments.
So you need to know that if we're going to have a chance, I'm not saying if we can win or if we're going to have a chance, you can't throw a single interception against Miami,
Yeah.
let alone 5. You can't throw 1. So you need your level space of focus needs to be way above and way above. Like, and I don't think they have it in them as a team. I'm not gonna just talk about the quarterback. They don't have it in it as a team, but the quarterback will be ready. If I was the coach,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be on the team, and this is the test to see if the little brother of the state.
To me personally, this next game is more so on the offense because we know what the defense can do. That
Exactly.
the Florida's offense gave away 5 interceptions. The fucking defense held them to 20 points. I mean, to me that says the defense is doing their job, and it's on the offense now to prove they can fix the mistakes, make the adjustments, and they got to come out and ball.
Got to.
So, like I talked about earlier, well, I don't think we were on camera. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag not an ad. FanDuel gave me, for whatever reason, a $5 bonus bet to spend on college football. So the games for week 4 that we're talking about: Clemson, Syracuse, Auburn, Oklahoma, UNC, UCF, Michigan, Nebraska, Illinois, Indiana, ASU, Baylor, and Florida, Miami. 7 games. That bet is going to go down on a 7-leg parlay of the winner of these games. So convince me, boys. From the sounds of it, I think, including me, I think we're on the Miami page here for this game.
Who'd you pick in Michigan, Nebraska?
I didn't pick. No. I'm saying my bet is going to be.
Let's focus on Florida and Miami right now.
Who y'all convince me is going to be the winner?
Oh, okay.
Saying you like Miami. Hold on. I didn't say that. Y'all say y'all like Miami. All the way say y'all like Miami. Do you know the spread? What's the spread right now, Colin? You got not sure all that extra stuff. We ain't getting no money from FanDuel, but we bet on FanDuel.
I personally use FanDuel just because that's the easiest to navigate to me. Interesting.
Spread for who? Spread for who? What did you say?
So right now,
Holy shit!
I can't even.
Florida, Miami.
Florida, Miami.
I don't even see the game on here. Huh. Interesting. I don't see.
I mean, that's cool. Florida.
Okay,
it's probably because it's a
Florida.
What time slot y'all looking at?
Florida is 7.5 plus 7.5.
Oh, okay.
Definitely,
Yeah, I'm just not seeing. Oh, more NCAA. There we go.
Right. So yeah, I think Miami should probably, but it could be late. Could be late, and why? Because could be late. Why? Because both of y'all mentioned, and but if you go follow like sharp betting, more or less, the sharps love it. I don't know if I agree, but the sharps seem like Lord. Um, like I said, don't know if I agree.
With 7.5.
Florida, yeah. Yeah. Oh, they said because this line
They lost
at one
ATS.
point
They
was
lost last week
nine and
ATS.
a half. So I know the 9.5. Half was on. I know.
That was last week ATS.
um, DJ man.
Yes.
I can't off the top of my head. I can't remember what it opened at, but I know it closed at 4.5. Lost. DJ Lagway. I think is more than ever is a prove it game. Again, I said earlier, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna ridicule Florida too crazy, even though they do deserve a lot of ridicule. It's
Miami is home.
a lot of key, yeah, yup, keepers are injured, like or playing halfly. So I mean, hey, that's no excuse, right? Because every other team has real reasons why they could
Oh
be
yeah.
sluggish. But I'm just telling you some Florida's reasons. Um, but with that being said, I know we touched upon this game. Definitely trying to keep this going.
So
I want to
so
talk
we're saying
about
we're
Clemson.
saying Miami.
Right, talked about Clemson losing to Georgia Tech. Talking about LA in Miami, but Clemson. I mean, damn, you gonna wow. Now I'm thinking from a betting perspective. All right, well here, all right, because Clemson. Because I'm saying all this to say Clemson Syracuse is I believe 16-5 spread, right? We just talked about a bit in the recap about they be losing the step, maybe not being a dominant team as far as being a title career. Um, Cade Klubnik, I know I specifically said he wasn't playing up the talent grade that was placed on him. This game is actually big for Syracuse. Still a lot of new pieces from the transfer portal. They went, I believe, they had a great record last year. I believe they won 10 games, 9, 10 games. A lot of that team is no longer here. So, but if you know anything about Fran, which is the head coach of Syracuse, he's a Jersey guy. And anything Jersey guys, we lead with the grit and energy, and that's what he instills in their team. So this is a game that I could see them getting up for, nothing like winning or anything. But if Clemson is like beating themselves, right? Like what the opinion of the masses are saying. If they're really starting to believe that themselves, like shit, maybe we're not the elite team that could make a run to the championship. Man, cause some second guessing. That's gonna cause some delay in your preparation because you're thinking you're overanalyzing. You're doing this correctly. So can Syracuse maybe take advantage of that mindset? Now I'm just like I said, kind of trying to put the state of each teams against each other because Syracuse didn't look good versus Tennessee, and we talked about Tennessee. Um, they definitely look like their defense could get Swiss cheese. Their offense looks like it definitely needs more time to gel. But you go look at Syracuse quarterback. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody? Steve Angeli is literally the leading passer in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, yeah. So obviously their offense is doing something, and Clemson's defense, that's gonna be the big test. Now, have you the last two, a lot of these players got injured in that first game. LSU, Clemson versus LSU. A lot of those players are coming back this week, right? So is that an automatic upgrade for Clemson? Make them a little lethal. That players that were in the system as starters in fall camp that make Clemson off a little bit more. And there's one player suspected to return on defense. Hey, Colin, maybe y'all got to pick. I don't got to pick. I'm just trying to give analysis on both sides, man. This is going to be a good matchup. This is a game for Clemson to prove, hey, we're not an average team, and we're going to show it by blowing Syracuse out. Or this is a Syracuse team led by a Jersey-bred head coach. Like, hey, we here to stay. I know people down in the gutter, but we can kick Clemson, or we could compete with them. So, do you guys got any takes on this Clemson game that's coming up?
I mean, just strictly looking at the spread and the money line, I would have to lean Clemson. They're minus 16.5 spread. They're minus 820 money line. So, personally, I think I'm gonna throw Clemson in there. Do I think there's a chance Syracuse could come out and cause an upset? I mean, we just saw Clemson take the L versus Georgia Tech, and again, that was a last minute, time expiring field goal to decide it. But I think that was just a hit. I mean, who did Clemson play? So they lost to LSU. I mean, okay, that's LSU was ranked. Oh, wow. So LSU was ranked 9 that game, and Clemson was ranked 4. So I think this is a bounce back game for Clemson. They took the L to LSU. They won against Troy. An FCS team, right? Or they. Troy is an FCS team, right?
Troy's a FBS team. They're just group of 5.
Okay.
Sun Belt team, y'all.
So even better, they beat an FBS team, and then came out and lost against Georgia Tech, who, wow, they're top of the board in the ACC, but they only won one game versus ACC opponents. So I think this is going to be a bounce back game for Clemson. I think they hit they had to have hit the film study heavy this week, saying we can't continue this. We got to get back on track. We got to show that we're still a top 25 team. I'm going Clemson to take it over Syracuse this week.
Mar, talk to me.
Like Clemson against the spread. What are they at? So on DraftKings, they're 17.5. I'm guessing on FanDuel they're
16.5. Yes. So
to take them, Clemson in his home.
Clemson dog walks.
They need it. They need this win. This is a need, and Klubnik, he's not a bad quarterback. He's very good. He's good under pressure. He can throw the ball. He can get it on target. Whatever. They're not losing to Syracuse at home. It's not happening this year. It's not. Right. It doesn't happen. You could bet the house that. Not saying do it.
Hey, disclaimer. One. If you have a gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER. 2. The Dad Sports Podcast is not liable for any wages lost if you tail these bets. We are not professionals. We are not. Take these picks with a grain of salt. No, I'm not. I've won 2 bets this year. I'm sorry. I've won a couple. I've done the NFL jackpot things with the anytime touchdown scorers to pick or to score the first or the last. I haven't hit the first or last, but I have hit the anytime touchdown scores that I picked. The other 2 that I won was a Detroit parlay and FSU money line when it was tied 7-7. I'm not a professional in the least bit. You want to talk about professionals? Mr. Jamar over here, and I hate to bring this up because I know it's very heartbreaking for you. This motherfucker cashed out at 2:18, woke up the next morning, and the bet would have hit for over $2,100. So If anybody wants to listen to anybody, that guy up there. But again, we are not liable for any wages lost. We are not professionals. We do not market this as we know what the fuck we're talking about when it comes to betting. We are strictly casual bettors.
Do know what we do know what we know when we talk football. So Clemson Syracuse ass. So if you're gonna bet that, yeah, because they need this. Like Jamar was saying. Go ahead, Jamar. You because you was I think you was
Clemson needs
closing out
this.
your thought, but they need this.
You need
I
this.
think we all three agree. Can we all three agree Clemson
Absolutely.
needs this? But what I was trying to tell you, Jamar, when some people, and when I say some people, I'm not talking about us three. Talking about I'm in the football communities. Some people like Syracuse outright. That's on them. So, but that I'm not talking about that. Jamar, do you think Clemson wins by 17 or more? Because that's what's really gonna help Colin.
Oh no.
Trebek,
And let me
he's
put
trying
this
to.
this way. I don't do the spread. I go straight money line.
Oh,
I'll say this.
the people, but the masses need to know about the spread because because minus 8 whatever, yeah, of course that's super. We need to know about this. What do y'all think? Does Clemson win by 7? Syracuse comes into play.
They win. Okay.
Let me throw this out there real
They
quick because I'm
win.
confident. If you want to bet the spread, Syracuse. I'm sorry.
Really?
I think Syracuse will make it a game, but at the end of it, I think it's more of a 2-touchdown win for Clemson as opposed to a 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now, again, I could be completely wrong. Clemson could come out and actually win by 20 plus. It's college football. Just like the NFL, any given Sunday, college, any given Saturday. It's a toss up. But to me,
I'll see it. Right, go.
I could see taking Syracuse, especially on DraftKings at plus 17.5. I could see them covering that. Now,
The part where I don't see them covering that is when you look at Klubnik and his staff around him and what he's at right now and how he's performed, he's under 60% completions. This is a guy trying to make it into the league first round. He's trying to make his. This is where he makes his mark at. This is where he airs it downfield. He's only got 3 touchdowns and he also got 3 interceptions. This is a guy who's not trying to make any mistakes. Put it downfield. Let's score. Let's run it up. They're gonna dominate through the air. Klubnik is trying to make his statement of why he should be in the first round. And they're home. And to add to all that, they're home. This is their crowd. This is their fans. This is the time. If there's no other time to do it, that night is the night. So I do see them
blowing them out of the water.
Spread, they're shot because Clemson's going to come out and say, "You're not better than us. We've got the better quarterback. We can make those plays. We just haven't. Our quarterback's under 60%, so let's put it in the air to get his numbers up and his touchdowns up. And let's deviate from 3 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Like, bet how you want, bet where you want, spread, money line. Bet the money line, you lose money in the end. Clemson wins this game. They have to. It's not like a cupcake game. Don't matter. We're still in. They have to win this game. If they don't, things get tighter. Klubnik's get more scrutiny on his name. Coaches know that. His receivers know that. They're going to play and perform to the level they need to, and they're going to blow them out.
All right.
I don't think Syracuse is at that level.
Steve Angeli is a quarterback from New Jersey. Not going to root for the Syracuse. Come on, son.
Nah.
When it comes to this betting shit, we don't have biases by people from our state. We go who we think is taking it. That being said,
I got you.
Oklahoma, number 11 versus number 22 Auburn. What do we got? Because I think we're getting up there. Yeah, we're about 124, an hour 24 in. So
man. Let's lead up. Man, Auburn, Oklahoma, man. Jackson Dart. I said my fault. Not
Jackson
Jackson
Dart is on the
Jackson
Giants.
Arnold's right. Jackson Arnold's return right to Oklahoma. Jackson Arnold is the starting quarterback. Auburn. He is a transfer from Oklahoma. They're playing at Oklahoma this week. Rebels knows that quarterback. A lot of people love Oklahoma this week. Auburn has some key specifically their corners that are corner entity is escaping me. He's injured, starting corner at probably a big blow for Auburn's defense, especially with John Mateer and those guys on Oklahoma throwing the rock around. If you go at the board, John Mateer is skyrocketing from where his odds were to win the Heisman preseason and even week one to ever since that Michigan game. A lot of people may think he's even a front runner or top three. Offense has been gelling, beating a team like Michigan. That's Jamar's favorite team. When you beat a team like Michigan, people start noticing you. And
Well,
this is
Michigan is a shell right now. So let's put that out there.
but
It did beat us. I'm not
Kevin
gonna take that away. But they are a shell of itself right now.
Yeah, I got you. But they beat y'all. But so the eyes for the league
Yeah,
on the squad right now. They're on this now. Auburn, Hugh Freeze. If y'all you know what I mean, y'all know college football. Hugh Freeze, name in college football where it's like he definitely has had success this lately. Where's that success? You know, it's the old saying, "What have you done for me lately?" You know, you're only as good as your last win. You're only as good as your last winning season. You're only good as your last dominant season, especially in the SEC, because winning season might not even be in. I think the spread. I haven't checked it. Last time I
I
checked
think it was 6.5.
6.5.
Yep.
Yeah, 6.5. So, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I want to take it so bad because I'm in that category where even Hugh Freeze. Remember, I'm talking spread, guys. I'm not talking money line. I wanted to take Hugh like the Auburn plus 6.5 because I'm a Hugh Freeze guy. You know, I and before you guys say anything, Hugh Freeze is why y'all like AJ Brown because I know y'all don't know y'all history. Let me put y'all on. Hugh Freeze like AJ Brown was the head at Ole Miss, Jay Brown, and Met playing when they had that prolific offense in 2014 and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So, and then he did wonders over there at Liberty, and he put Caden Salter on the map. You know what I'm saying? Like, you and Malik Willis, he made Willis a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So like, Hugh Freeze, man, he really knows what he's going. And I want to believe. And this might be biased, y'all. Like, don't even really respect my pick. Y'all can insight, but don't respect my pick. I think I'm gonna take Auburn plus 6.5, man, to keep this close. I feel like they wide
All right.
receivers. They wide receivers are nice, man. Camden is a version of Jeremiah Smith if he had a consistent quarterback. And if y'all know Jeremiah Smith, he would have been the top. He would have been a top 5 pick last year as a freshman in college. You know what I'm saying? That's how nice he is. I'm literally Auburn has a version. They just need back to get him the ball. But all nice, like John Mateer. Love to see their like expand a little bit. Auburn's D not a cupcake. Like I said, I know they got an injury in the secondary, but their front seven is gonna come to play. They're gonna push that Oklahoma offense or offensive line. Um, and I'm using Jamar's language here. Like if you want to look at Oklahoma, their biggest opponent was Michigan, and Jamar, the Michigan fan, just said Michelle of themselves. So we can argue and say this is actually going to be their first real test. So,
Yes.
wow. So that's why I'm on Auburn plus 6.5. Y'all got any
But
words?
money line, you're saying Oklahoma because you think Oklahoma's still gonna win.
I think it's gonna be a 28-24 game. If if I had to
Perfect.
give you
That's all I
a
needed to
specific
hear.
score.
Oklahoma money line.
Oh,
Bet.
no way. Mateer. Let's just put the stats into the realm of what we're talking about. Mateer is almost at 1,000 yards. These are both undefeated teams. Mateer's at 1,000, almost at 1,000 yards.
Nine,
Like
not
650,
944.
56.
944 with 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
He's like 56 yards away from 1,000, right? He's balling. He's putting it in the air. He's getting it where it need to go. On the other side of that, he's at like 500. What is he at?
Give me a second.
What is he at?
Give me a second. Give me a
Jackson
second.
Arnold.
Statistics. Yeah. Jackson Arnold is at 501. Jackson Arnold is 48 for 69, 501, a 69.6 completion percentage with 4 touchdowns. No interceptions though. So
No interception.
They run him a lot. Just to give some context, they
so
run the
his
quarterback.
rushing yards,
They run him a
35
lot.
attempts, 192 with 4 rushing touchdowns. That's okay. Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
But you got to throw the ball to win the game.
You beat me through the air. When it comes down to it, can you beat me through the air? He's almost doubled his yards in through the air. And they're meeting in Oklahoma. The spread, do not bet the spread for 6.5. It's going to be more than a touchdown blowout win. They're like Oklahoma. We just played them, bro. They got the complete team on both sides of the ball. They're gonna win. They're gonna win by. If I had to bet the spread, I'm betting 12.5.
Okay.
I'm betting 12.5 because I know what this team can do. They can run, they can throw, they got a defense to stop you. We're home, 3:30 p.m. Come on into town. We're good. It's golden. They don't make the mental mistakes as all these other teams do. They don't. Even with Michigan, I watched the whole fucking game. They don't make the mental mistakes. They're like coached to a different degree. We're gonna pass it. If the passing not working, we're gonna run it. But that running game that gets it open, downfield touchdown. Downfield
Alright.
to the 5-yard line. Downfield to the 10-yard line. We're going. Score. We're going.
Perfect.
Oklahoma has it. And I do not think Auburn has that. There's 2 undefeated teams. But looking at the strength of schedule, which is a big thing in college, I give it to my guys 12.5. Or what did I say, 13.5? 2
No,
touchdowns?
you said 12 and a half. You said 12 and a half, so.
E. Easily.
All right, this next game, y'all can talk about it.
What game we talking about, man? We
UNC
going UCF.
UNC fucked me.
Real quick.
No. UNC fucked me week 1
Go ahead.
against TCU. They lost my parlay for me, so
You know, take
I'm immediately going against them. I'm taking UCF money line.
Listen. So I put this game on strictly because it's Bill Belichick, man.
You said the same thing week 1. And he got his
UCF
ass handed to him.
Oh no, I'm saying I put this game on because of Bill Belichick. That's your fault. You bet on him. We won over here on TCU minus 3.5. You know, because I'm just here for the insight. I'm gonna tell you the good about both and the bad about both. You can make your own decision. At the end of the day, yeah, TCU was definitely the right side in that case because it was experience versus inexperience. That's what that boiled down to. But what this boils down to, cause got some experience, right? They, in my opinion, they're getting overrated because of what they did to a FCS team. Colin, I don't know if you got the schedule up. You don't have to.
UNC?
The key for me, UFC. I'm sorry,
UCF.
UCF. I'm not talking about the martial arts league. I just say UFC. I'm bugging. Hey man, this pod's
We're getting late.
over,
Yeah,
my drink
we're getting late.
done. You know what I mean? Yeah. So UCF, right? Um, they won 10-9. No, I'm sorry, that was a different game. They won 17-10 versus Jacksonville State. That's all I need to know about this team.
And
Now,
then they went
if you
against
know me, y'all,
NCA&T and won 68-7.
yeah, what I say before, this is the only matchup that really matters when you in thus far because those are FCS teams. If you don't win by more than 50 by 2 touchdowns versus an FCS team, that tells me a lot what I need to know about you. That means you're super, right? Now, if you blow them out, okay, let me see what you did against FB. So that's where 17-10. You know that spread was 20.5 in Jamar. Yeah, it was a 3 touchdown spread and they won by 7. You know why? Because Fancher. Any team and y'all might think I'm a Cam Fancher hater. And if Twitter followers, all the football guys that I made connections, if y'all see this, I know I'm a Cam fader. He's ass, and every team he's on, they fucking suck. So like he's hurt. By the way, Taven Jackson, he's nice. He's better, I should say. But Cam Fancher, I did read reports that might be available for this. Long story short,
So are you
Bill
telling me to take
Belichick
UNC?
got some games under his Bill
All right.
Belichick got games under his belt. And
I'm a,
we
I'm a,
going
I'm a
UNC
trust I'm a
by
trust
5.
the CFB guy.
You play because I'm not trusting you UCF. What Fancher potentially playing, I'm not trusting. I'm Cam Fancher.
I mean, North Carolina's plus 205, but fuck it, we ball.
No, I mean I would at the T 2017 because to add more context for all my CFB out there, the moon bounce. What's the moon bounce? That's the nickname for UCF's home field, home turf, their advantage. It just sounds so enclosed in there that even though it's open field, I guess how it's built, just the energy in there, you can't hear yourself think. So like with Gio Lopez, road, like, do I trust him fully? Not 100%, but I don't trust UCF and any team Cam Fancher's on. That's the analysis of Cam Fancher.
All right. Jamar,
Yo,
I'm gonna go with you on this one.
please.
Michigan, Nebraska.
Michigan all the way. I mean, Nebraska.
This is the same guy
You
that
look at,
said you guys are done for
when
the
you,
season.
whoa, wait, though. When you look at who they played up until this point, they put 68-0 on Akron.
Okay. Listen. I told
And
you
they
I'm taking
beat
I'm taking what you
Cincinnati
say.
Bengals. They're not anything that we can't handle. I don't care if we home, away, in the backyard, at the high school stadium. I don't believe in them. I believe in Bryce Underwood. I just said earlier he's Bryce underperformed, but this game he performs. He shows out with his legs, with his arm. This is a must win for Michigan.
Okay.
This is he's got to put the team on his back. He touches the ball 100% of the time. This is up to him, and he has to show that. And
Okay.
Nebraska is not a team that is gonna challenge him in that way that with Oklahoma did, or who did he play? Oklahoma, and
Yo,
they lost. Wisconsin,
Oh,
Oklahoma.
we're
Oklahoma.
talking about
Yeah, this isn't that game.
Yeah.
Nebraska.
We take that away. This is an equal playing field,
hmm
and I believe we come away with the win. I
Okay.
hope. I'm a fan. I hope we come away with the win because if we don't, then we're really not there as I want us to be, and that we should be. but he has to perform.
Side note. Side note. When we get done,
And
I'm gonna have to throw on this Rutgers Iowa game because it's
this
21. It's 21-21 in the third quarter. I think that's a great game right now. So I might have to go watch the ending of that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But sorry, Jamar, go ahead. So you're saying Michigan comes out, makes a statement of
got to.
okay,
Because
go.
look if you look at Nebraska's quarterback and who he's trying to imitate, he's not himself. He's trying to imitate Patrick Mahomes.
Is that
Yeah,
the
that
oh
guy. It's
okay,
that
never
guy.
mind. Yeah, okay,
It's
no,
that
I
fuck
guy.
knew
that.
that one of y'all was
That
gonna
guy.
bring
Fuck
up
that.
Dylan
Never
Raiola.
mind.
Yeah,
Michigan,
we can't do
I knew
that.
y'all was gonna
Doing
bring
that.
that up.
go blue,
So
go blue.
steamroll. I don't know what the spread is right now. I don't. What's the spread?
The spread is Michigan. Wow.
1.5 or is it
Yeah, no, it's
2.5 now?
Michigan
Y'all tell
minus
me.
1.5.
Don't say wow too crazy. I think it opened up at 3.5. I definitely seen it at 2.5. People are Nebraska because of the continuity that Nebraska holds. Dylan Raiola, and as this football podcast goes, you're gonna hear this theme where I say 5-star recruit that's supposed to do X, Y, and Z. Dylan Raiola is one of them. My boys Jamar and Colin already mentioned they got the Pat Mahomes. I can't call it a clone. What would y'all call it?
The
Imitation.
imposter.
You know what I mean?
Imposter.
The imposter. There you go. Well, I
No,
see.
no,
I
no,
don't want
no,
to
no.
say
No,
nothing too
we'll
harsh
label
because I
him.
personally rock with Dylan Raiola. You know what I'm saying? I do the high school recruiting. I watched him in high school. I know he can really ball. I just want him to form into his own self. Be Dylan Raiola. Don't be Pat Mahomes Jr. That's all.
Damn,
Be yourself.
I lost what I was gonna call him.
Be yourself. One and a half spread.
Damn it, I had something perfect.
Crazy.
I had the perfect name for him and I lost it. Fuck. But all
But
right.
But you know, real
I
talk.
do expect.
If we're ready to move on, I think we agree. We all agree. Michigan, baby, Michigan.
All right. Yep,
Yes.
I'm with it. All right.
Yes.
Illinois, Indiana. Talk to me.
Why was this game put on this talking point?
I don't know. You put it
Tell
on there.
y'all
Tell me.
why. Because low key, answering it. It's rhetorical. So what I'm saying is this technically is for the playoff spot. The Big Ten championship is probably going to be between Ohio State and Penn State. That's really or Oregon. My fault. Those three. One of those three is going to win it. Right? They get an automatic bid. So this game right here, low key, could be for the man they call it is escaping me right
Oh,
now.
so you
But
didn't definitely get into it.
at large bid, at large bid. So Indiana, you go see it. The only FBS
Love you.
team they played ODU.
Shout
They
out wifey.
didn't cover the spread, and then was then they beat US right. Boy, they also played some FCS teams, but they had Duke on their schedule, a formidable Power Four squad, and they housed them
Yeah, they did.
45-19 or something like that.
Let's run
So
through.
so
Not to interrupt you, Phil. Let's run through it real quick.
with that,
Western Illinois 52-3, Duke 45-19, and then this past week, Western Michigan 38-0.
so okay, so it's all right. So my apologies. It was two FBS teams. And if you go look at Indiana's schedule, it was the opposite. It was one FBS team,
Let's see. Let's see.
two
Let's see.
FCS teams. So Indiana is actually a 6-5. It actually opened up around 2.5. To kind of just hurry this up, I love Indy 2.5 because I do think with the home field advantage, Indiana probably could win this game by 3. But real talk, I'm on Illinois. I know it sounds
So
like I'm on a lot of dogs right now, but I mean Michigan wasn't their favorite. What else? I mean, yeah, there was another favorite I was on. Yeah, Illinois all the way. They got the continuity. Luke Altmaier. That's like a solid day 2 pick. Gonna be a solid backup in the NFL. man, I just trust Luke Altmaier, man, and their
Okay.
defense is pretty solid. Brett Bielema, that's the coach of Illinois. He plays hard nosed, tough football. What I want to see is their rush game, their run game. I need their run game to evolve in this game, especially versus teams that they exploit a little bit, right?
So
So Indiana. So let's we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I like
Phil,
Illinois in this game, y'all.
tap me in real quick. Who did Indiana play? That's an FCS team. I'm assuming Indiana State. 'Cause
Indiana State.
You
Yeah,
said
yeah,
Indiana
yeah.
only played one FCS team, right?
No, Indiana played two. 'Cause
Two.
They
I'm assuming
yeah,
it's also
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
Kennesaw
'cause
State.
Oh, so they play Kennesaw State. Oh, Kennesaw State is a FBS. They're low G5. They just got to
Okay.
the FBS like
So
literally
Old Dominion
2 years ago.
is FBS.
FBS. They solid. They just beat Virginia Tech.
Okay.
They
so
solid.
so they technically
They
played.
solid for
We'll,
5.
we'll say Indiana played 1.5 FBS teams and 1.5 FCS teams. Is that fair? We'll count Kennesaw as like a little bit of both.
Nah. Kennesaw, we'll give them their FBS. They just low G. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, I guess let me to be more clear. Indiana has not played a Power Four program.
Okay.
Illinois
Okay.
have, and when they played that Power Four program, they housed them.
So
I like
Illinois money
Illinois.
line.
They already proved. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I like I said though earlier. Let me not. I can see Indiana winning, but I'm more of against the spread guy unless the money line is like or more even. Then I'll take like
I
a
mean,
short dog.
Illinois
You know what I mean?
Illinois is only plus
But
188 money line. So that's not terrible.
get it. I get it, but I could see that. I could literally see me personally, I think both offenses are gonna. I know both defenses have shown they can uh, play to keep scoring limited, but these offenses are powerful for what this game will consist of in general. But for what this game brings, both offenses will be able to flow. I believe so. So yeah, that's why I would hesitate with the money line. But it was all the way, man.
But if you had to pick a money line,
I definitely don't want to keep. You know what I mean? Because I told you Indiana. You're better off going to spread. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell you what to. For me, Phil,
no.
saying plus 6.5. What I got on. But I am ready to go to ASU. Wrap this up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go hang. It's Friday night. Hang out with my wife. ASU Baylor. Why is this on here? ASU definitely won the Big 12 championship last year. Baylor won a track meet with SMU not too long ago. But then they won a track meet with them because they won by 2 touchdowns. Ended up coming back to win in overtime. What an electric game! SMU, SMU is a team I'm gonna talk about next week because they got a game this week that we're gonna see versus TCU. We're gonna see what's going on. That's probably a game I'll definitely want to talk about next week. But for the recap, but this specific game, man, yeah, Baylor. I don't know, man. All the way, man. I lied. Flip it. ASU, because Sam Levitt is Bo Nix Jr. And if you know me, y'all go follow me on Twitter. Man, I've been a Bo Nix fan since his Auburn days, before he went to Oregon. That Bo Nix, man, he's the reason why the Broncos might beat the Eagles. But let me digress.
All right, we're gonna
Please.
remove him. We're gonna remove him from the rest of this call.
so-
Have a good night, Phil. Goodbye.
So Sam Levitt is Bo Nix Jr. So
Fuck around and server mute his ass.
So I forget what I was about to say. ASU money line. I don't know what I know it's like maybe plus
It's
one,
very
2,
small.
5.
Well,
Yeah,
minus 2.5 for Baylor.
I like ASU line, man. Oh, Baylor.
Baylor's the favorite. Baylor is minus 2.5.
ASU plus ASU money line. I think
Okay.
they're gonna come out and win, man. I think their running game is undervalued with Raleek Brown. I think I think ASU lost to a good Mississippi State team. Mississippi State was at home. They're still SEC. Mississippi State is starting to jump it. Blake Shapen, former quarterback of Baylor, last year for Mississippi State, he got hurt early, so they had to roll with the young guns and stuff. Now they got some players over there at Mississippi State that are healthy. I don't really count that Mississippi State loss, even though ASU was favored by 6.5. I don't really count that loss heavily against them. Again, so yeah, give me ASU outright, man. You're telling me Baylor's favored? Nah, give me ASU outright, man. I think Sam Levitt shows why they won the Big 12 championship last year. Jordan Tyson, maybe a day two pick, wide receiver. Not if Baylor can't cover him, it's over. That's what I gotta say.
All right. So let me run through this one more time. The picks are Miami, Clemson, Oklahoma, UNC, Michigan, Indiana, and ASU.
Here we go, baby. And that's the college pod, baby. College
Locked
pod,
it in.
man.
Let's get it.
Oh, he did it. He was not playing no games, y'all.
I told you.
Yeah.
FanDuel gave me a free $5 to throw down. But, ladies and gentlemen,
You're gonna have to post. Hold on, you're gonna have to add that to the Instagram, man.
I don't know if I want to do all that. But
I mean, shit.
all right, I'm
Post
going.
the other one to the Instagram. You don't gotta do it right this second. Damn, I'm just saying it in general. Hey man, I love the persistence though.
First ever CFB parlay. Lock
I think
it,
what he's doing, y'all,
but
is
we
he's posting it
are
to the
not
Dad
liable.
Sports Podcast. That's the Instagram at Dad Sports Podcast. Spell it out, y'all. Go ahead and follow that, man. You know we're gonna start posting clips.
Correct. It
and all
is
that good stuff.
at the Dad's Sports Podcast on Instagram,
Like,
on YouTube, on TikTok. Light it up, people. Come on.
Not none of that. That S is in sports. There's two S. Just
The
spell it out. Spell it
Dads.
out.
THEDADSSPORT.
That's what I said.
S
Viewers.
PODCAST. The Dads Sports Podcast.
It'll be in the description. It'll be in the description.
You know what? I will link all of our accounts in the description below. With that, ladies and gentlemen, here's to our first CFB podcast episode. Like, subscribe, share to everybody and anybody who loves college sports. That's about gonna wrap it up for us, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great week next week. We'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.
UCLA sucks.